day 2 of Double October prep and work and behind the scenes and stuff like that. Uh, Double October log, day 2. That's what I meant to say. So, yesterday I managed to get, of course, this dumb little guy decorated. And I finished up a whole bunch of reviews. I got one more review that'll finish out September stuff, at least on the main channel. And then I'll go from there. Like, I'm gonna have to take a break at some point and film some Transformers reviews because I've got some coming in, and statue stuff like that for the secondary channel. But I'm gonna finish editing that today while I'm working on Exia. The wife kind of wanted me to go with her to her doctor's appointment, but I would lose literally the whole back half of the day, and I only have an hour and 10 minutes until she gets off work. That's not time to get done. I think if I really crank down on this, and the fact that I'm not gonna fully build Exia, so to speak, or at least not detail it, I'm going to plow through the first one pretty quick and get it ready for review, and then the second and the third versions. Like I said, I gotta figure out which ones. I gotta open them up, look at the differences and stuff like that. I don't know, between R regular and then R2, things have changed a little bit. So basically, that's what it's gonna come down to. Just plow through this, and then try to get at least these 3 Exias done today, and then I think at least film the original Exia review, get that done, and then I can start on the kit bash, which required the parts from this Exia. So I did sort of start on that yesterday, trying to figure out the plan for the Grand Page. Which I think I'm just going to stick with Grand Page, even though he's got Exia parts, which I was nicknaming Grand Pagea. It sounds a little bit too much. I like Grand Page because it's a grandpa and the age Gundam. I'm trying to figure out how to make things work, like adding more to the torso, so I'm going to have to trim some stuff, maybe even move the peg. I'll do a whole separate little log for that build, and then trying to figure out how to mount the shoulders is going to be a little bit different. Though I guess I could see how Exia does its shoulders, because that might be a little bit different. It's just literally a different mix of different things. So you're talking about a kit from like 2011, a kit from 2015, sort of, I think. No, like 2010 or somewhere there, and then one from 2007. So really going to mix a whole bunch of different stuff together here. But for the most part, it should be pretty easy. But I want to knock out at least, I've got to get through at least the Repair 2 version today. I mean, like, build-wise. I'm basically going to sit here and build along with editing. So I think I'll text the wifey, tell her that I'm not going to be able to go with her today. It's not a big appointment. It's her, like, 6 months checkup, stuff like that. But I would literally lose minimum 3 hours just in the drive time, and then the appointment, and then whatever else. So I hate to do that to her, but I did tell her that I was starting all this stuff and that I was going to be basically incommunicado for like a month, which she knows what I went through last year. So, but I want to get this guy started. It should be pretty easy. Actually, real quick, since I have you guys here, I'm not doing official unboxing because it seems like a waste of my time. And I have not opened this yet at all. Okay, so right off the bat, the whole center. It's the reverse of the SD one. So the whole center thing is a sticker on the shield. But not going to worry about that. I will put on the sticker details for the most part, because they won't interfere with what I need from it. Because normally I paint all the details and stuff like that. But the weapons and stuff that I'll be robbing off of him, realistically, I don't need that to be fully detailed stuff like that. So everything else will be perfectly fine. But like I said, I'm fairly certain that 90% of this thing is going to be the same on the other 2 that I'm doing. So once I get this done, I'll know what I'm doing, and I can speed through those a bit quicker. There's some nice... Okay, so he does have yellow stuff there for the fins and the vents. That's nice. Regular clear parts... Red parts. I mean, obviously I've done God knows how many 00 HG kits, so most of this won't be a surprise in any way, shape, or form. No, yep. Okay, so the blades. Once again, they keep forgetting the blue parts on the swords. Not much I can do about that other than hand paint them. And like I said, not doing that on this guy. This guy's just going to get built essentially as a straight build. Actually, you know what? Because I only need the weapons in the head and the GN drive. Maybe I will do a little bit. No, this one I'll just do straight. Well, panel lining isn't that bad, so I'll just do it. I won't do the extra touches that I normally would do to a 00 kit. I'll do that to everybody else. This one, get through it as quick as possible and get it done. I think the only thing I won't touch detail-wise is the head. Which, now thinking about it, I don't know how I'm going to mask off the sides there. I don't know. I might be painting the kind of clear parts anyways. We'll see what happens in the future, but I'm going to get started. It always throws me off when I pick up the camera the other way. So I was sitting here going through panel lining and stuff like that, and it's a good thing I stopped because the C runner here is all ABS. I was about to panel line it the old-fashioned way, or rather the new-fashioned way, so to speak. So good thing I was looking. But that, you know, obviously I didn't know they did ABS on the frame and stuff like that, so that's a little bit different than I recalled. Once again, looking at the wrong side here because I've got the camera upside down. But so far so good. I'm just panel lining the areas that I know I can work with, stuff like that. And I panel line the head like a dummy, even though I know I need it. But it's nothing that can't be cleaned off later and or painted over. So I'm gonna get started. I really don't think this is gonna be a complex build. If I can get this down to like an hour and a half, if that, then the future ones that are a little bit different and or less stuff on them, I can probably get done pretty quick. I really wish I had a blue paint in a jar that I can just get after. I've got so many blues in Gundam marker and stuff like that. I just really hate actually using Gundam marker if I can effectively skip it. So. But like I said, this is going to be the base one, and then I'll go from here, because this is just going to be fodder for a kit bash. So, get moving on. Okay, so not too much time has passed, and I've got the torso done, which is actually really nicely layered. And the weapons, because frankly that's the order to do things in. But I wanted to knock out that. I'm not going to lie, that sticker doesn't look terrible. It didn't wrap very well, but honestly, it's pretty clean in and of itself, considering you would have to mask that off to do it otherwise. The weapons are pretty nice. The only thing I didn't do is the beam sabers, because those are just super simple to add on later. But yeah, it's coming along pretty nice so far. Kind of forgot how decent some of these kits are, because I didn't really build any of the Gundams much last year. Spent a lot of time on GNXs and stuff. So I guess I will get used to this mold pretty quickly today. But so far, it's going pretty well. Success! First Exia is done, but not without its issues. The little lenses on the arms didn't want to stay in. The little lenses on the legs didn't want to stay in. I got the right one to snap in, but then the left one wouldn't go until finally I just had to basically crush it into place. So I'm not going to trim the nubs as perfectly next time, so it'll create a little bit more friction. So one down, time to start the second one. And I buffed out my glue just in case, but then the lens decided to actually stay. So that's that. And the only thing I didn't bother with was the ignited beam saber, which is just a big plastic toothpick, and I got no times for that. Okay, Exia 2 coming up. Okay, so right off the bat, almost the same sticker sheet, just these new parts here that I don't know what those are for yet. Same polycaps. You get the same B1 runner, although obviously I'm not going to use all that now that I figured it out. You got the same C runner, which is mostly the same, except I'm going to be using a different backpack piece apparently. We get the brand new E runner. So, I'm pretty sure that if anybody's built the HG version of Amazing Exia, this should look familiar. So we got different back skirts. I think these might be the same, but there might be something different. Some of the stuff looks identical to the previous, but the GN drive setup is different. We do have the clear blades. all this new stuff over here, different backpack. This is all essentially the same there. So, but he doesn't have the extra swords, and then the A runner is the same. Obviously, we're not going to use all that. So, all right, I just wanted to show that off real quick. Almost like an unboxing, almost.